Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then hello and welcome. Today's video is going to be pretty exciting. I am going to be unboxing my very first traveler's notebook. I'm super excited to be sharing this with you all today, but before I jump into it, I just want to kind of preface this video with saying that I am by no means an expert on traveler's notebooks. I am pretty much a newbie myself, but I wanted to share this video with you all so you have an introduction to the planner itself here on my channel. Just in case you guys see Plan With Me's later on down the line and you're watching it and it kind of sparks an interest in a traveler's notebook, you have this video to go back and reference to find out all the details of this specific planner. This is kind of also like an introduction into my growing planner family. So I am going to start off and just start by talking about this beautiful box. I did purchase my traveler's notebook from Foxy. There are different stores you can obviously purchase traveler's notebooks from, and I'll link as many down in the bar below as I can so you guys can do some research on your own and see what source is going to be best for you. Ultimately, I went with Foxy because I had read great things about the quality and customer service, so I knew this was going to be an investment in something I would use for a long time to come. So I personally could justify the price depending on what size and customizations you get, and can get pretty pricey, but there are definitely inexpensive options out there. I know May Designs just released a traveler's notebook for Target, which is really exciting. Mrs. Mom Next Door has a full video on those, which I'll link down below. I'm also going to be linking a video by Holly Plans. She did a whole video on Foxy traveler's notebooks and really goes into detail about all of the different sizes and leathers. So if you're interested in a Foxy specifically, but you're unsure of what size is best for you or what leather you prefer, that video is a great source to help you decide. Okay, now that I got those disclaimers out of the way, I am going to get into the package itself. Let's just talk about this gorgeous box that this was shipped to me in. This detail is just so beautiful and I love this print. This is the Autumn Rose print. You can purchase traveler's notebooks with this print on it under the pre-sale tab of the Foxy website. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna just dive right on into it. I have been waiting and waiting to do this unboxing. I was just waiting for a couple of items to arrive before I could put this video together. Alright, so this is what the package looks like when you open the box, and I've opened this box so many times that this crunched up paper is all over my floor, but you get your Foxy in a protective case here. You get a couple of, well, not a couple, I have two for a very specific reason. This is the one that came with my order, but you do get a sample tag of a different leather. Well, I don't know if it's different, but you get a sample of a leather and then a color. I want to say this is chocolate cherry, but I am not exactly sure. Chocolate cherry is an absolutely stunning dark brown chocolate cherry shade, and it's absolutely stunning. I'm not exactly sure what this leather is either, but regardless, it is beautiful. I have another one right here because I ordered a couple of dashboards that came separately because they were back ordered. I'll get to that a little bit later, but that's the reason why I have two here. And then of course you get the business card. All right, so I just took everything out of the box, and this is what your traveler's notebook comes in. You get this really nice protective bag right here, which I really appreciate because, you know, if I don't want it just laying around, I can put that in to protect it. And then this is the traveler's notebook that I ordered itself. I did zoom you guys in a bit so you can get a closer look at the traveler's notebook. I'm just basically going to give you a rundown of all the details as I did customize my traveler's notebook. You do have the option to purchase traveler's notebooks that are in stock. There is a section on the website that you can browse and see what's available without customizing too much. I think the only option you have to customize in stock traveler's notebooks are the embossings, but I did want to customize my traveler's notebook, so I got to choose the color based on the leather that I wanted, the color of the stitching and bands. You have the option to emboss the front corner and the spine, and then you can choose the width of the spine, which I'll get to a little bit later. I'll get the most obvious detail out of the way, and that's the color that I chose. This color is called Moonlit, and I just thought it was so sophisticated and supernatural looking. I wanted something that would be appropriate to carry around at work because I think my Erin Condren is going to be my stay-at-home planner, and this will probably be the one that comes with me on the go. I love the color. It was a very close call between this and the cookie color that's available in the sugar leather. I love grays, but after a lot of contemplating, I did go with the moonlit. But that kind of brings me to the next details that I wanted to point out. To make up for the lack of gray, I did decide on gray stitching and the gray bands. So I knew I wanted to coordinate the stitching and the bands. I would have done pink, but I want to say that there was only like a brighter pink that came in the bands, but I don't remember the details on that. But I just thought it was a good way to keep this planner super neutral, which is what I was going for. And I'm really, really happy with the way that it turned out. You can see the band through here, and then it does, obviously pull through, and then you get your bands inside, which are gray as well. Next, I'll talk just a little bit about the leather. Again, I'm not really hip to the different styles of leather that the Foxy Fix offers, but I do know that this specific leather that is, made of this planner is the Boss Babe, which means it's a super soft and flexible type of leather. So you can see it moves like very fluidly and easily. There are also I'll call them distress marks, but some of the leathers come with like cracks in it. But this one is just super smooth and very, very soft, which I like. I'll flip it open so you just have like a full view of the planner itself when it's open. There are a couple of I don't want to say cracks, but just stress marks on the planner. I don't know what they came from because it's been sitting in a box, but with time, these planners will obviously show distress. It is leather. It's not going to stay like this forever, but they're definitely meant to have those marks and kind of like, I want to call them like love marks, just because, if they look beat up, then obviously you've given your planner a lot of love. And while we're here, I'll just point out the embossing that I got. I did choose a diamond embossing. This is in the pink foil. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I just thought it would look pretty. I did not get an embossing on the front, which is an option with the customization, but I opted out of that. They have different shapes you can choose from. You can also get text on the front down here, which I think I may consider something in the future. I just wanted to keep things pretty simple for my first one. Next, I'm going to get into the size of the Traveler's Notebook. The size that I chose is a number 5. This is also referred to as a B6. The dimensions of this Traveler's Notebook specifically are 5 by 8.25. I did pull out a personal sized planner. This is a Webster's Pages, just to give you guys some sort of size comparison here. So I'll line these up as best as possible so you guys can get a accurate representation. As you can see, the personal size planner is just a bit taller than the B6, but the B6 is wider, and I will stack them on top of one another so you can see without totally making you guys go out of focus, because I don't have an autofocus camera. I'm sorry about that, but you can see here that the personal planner is narrower, whereas the B6 is wider. And then just so you have an idea about the spines are about the same. I would say the Traveler's Notebook is wider maybe by, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch, not too big, but there's really no size difference with the spines of the two planners. But I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to see this compared with another planner. I went with the number 5 because I came across a lot of inserts that are similar in style to the layout of the Erin Condren spreads. I wanted something to plan in vertically so I could do rewind spreads in this planner and still feel like I had the same amount of space as an Erin Condren, even though this is much smaller. I'll get to my inserts in a bit, but you'll see what I'm talking about as far as the layouts of the spreads and inserts that I personally chose. I hope that all made sense, but I want to use this possibly as my main planner in 2018. I'm still kind of playing around with different ideas. I still will have an Erin Condren, but I'm still contemplating how I will designate which planner to be, my main planner, and then one that I do extra spreads and things like that, but we shall see. So I also want to talk a little bit about the width of the spine. When purchasing or customizing your Traveler's Notebooks, you have the option to choose a spine that allows for 6 bands or 4 bands. The compact gives you an option for 4 bands. The wide option gives you 6 bands. So I went with the compact, so I have 4 bands here. I couldn't really see myself using more than 4 bands. You are given a 5th or 7th band depending on what option you choose, but this is a jump band in case you need to grow into this planner a little bit more, which is definitely convenient. I just wanted to start out with the 4 band. Again, I don't really see myself using more than that. But that's definitely one thing I like about the Foxy Fix is you do get a lot of options to choose from. You get to customize your planners if you do choose to do that, to really make them your own. Speaking about that, I'll kind of go into the decisions I made when it came to pockets. You do get the option to have leather pockets stitched into the sides of your planner. I went against that, and Kiara from the Paper Princess actually inspired me to do that. What she did is she ordered the adhesive pockets to stick to the sides, and she did that so you could really see what decorations you kind of choose to put in there. I was going back and forth because with the adhesive pockets you really won't get to put like paper clips or anything like that in there, but I'll figure out ways to incorporate those into my planner. But I thought this was a good idea. And then I can always get some adhesive pockets, the ones that you can buy from the dollar spot at Target, to kind of attach and then throw some paper clips in there. That was really my only concern when choosing the pockets and deciding against the leather pockets. But anyway, what I did do here, I purchased the large pockets. You do get an option of small, medium, and large. And I stuck one down here because I don't know if you can tell, but I did have to trim the top. The large pocket was just a little bit too tall for this, so I don't really mind that the top's cut off, and I applied this off camera just in case it looked terrible. I have the other one here, and this is how it came in the package, and I just trimmed the pockets the way that they were adhered to on the paper, and I'll just stick the other one down right now. But I just, again, like I said, took my paper trimmer and cut directly on the paper. So I'm just going to lay this down while I'm here. The nice thing about these is you can replace them if you no longer want the secretarial pockets, but I just went with these again so you can really see the decoration and papers I choose to put in here. Sorry about the glare on the pocket. I turned my above headlight off just so you wouldn't have to look at that anymore. That pretty much covers all of the details about the planner itself. I am going to share with you some other accessories that I have here, one from Foxy Fix, and then I will show you what inserts that I am going to be using. So I have here these plastic dashboards that are also from Foxy Fix. I actually have 4 dashboards because shortly after my package shipped, I did get a notification from the Foxy Fix that they reimbursed me the money for the dashboards because they were back ordered. Well, I didn't realize they were still going to send me the dashboards, so I ordered 4 from Chic Sparrow, which I haven't opened yet, but these came on the same day that my Chic Sparrow package arrived. So I do have 8 dashboards, but I thought it was really awesome that they reimbursed me for the dashboards and sent them to me anyway. I really wasn't expecting that to happen. And then I have the inserts over here, which I went back and forth as to whether I was going to purchase pre-printed and assembled inserts or if I was going to print my own and cut them. I did decide on printing them myself, which I will admit it's intimidating when you start and a little bit tricky, but once you kind of get into it and start doing a couple, it does get easier. I purchased my inserts from Jasenia of the Planner Sophisticate, and I just love them. Her shop on Etsy is Jasenia Printables. They're just so dainty and beautiful, and I can't wait to start playing with them. I like Jasenia's printables because they are undated. So all the inserts are a one-time purchase, and I won't have to purchase based on month or quarter. You can just print more pages and then date them yourselves. So I'll go through all 4 that I have here to share with you. I have the weekly inserts. So this insert specifically is a week on 3 pages, and I'll open up to show you. So you have your Monday through Thursday, and then Friday through Sunday. You also get this really awesome notes section, and then rather than a sidebar, you get this weekly section, which I'll probably use to mark bigger events, but you can really play around with that and kind of have fun with it and experiment on what you want to track in this section right here. And this is what I was talking about when I was speaking about having a vertical layout that was very similar to the Erin Condren. This for a, Traveler's Notebook B6 is a lot of space to work with. So I feel like I will be able to do a full-blown, linear spread, or I could do plan as I goes. I think it'll just be a lot of fun, and there's a space down here for washi even. I'm just really excited to play with these, and I am just going to slip these in the dashboards as I go along so I can kind of assemble everything later and show you what it all looks like put together. The next insert I have here is the daily insert, and she gives you the cover page, which is nice and beautiful. I love the print that she uses, or the text. So on the daily insert, you have 3 columns here. You get a gridded section, you get a untimed schedule, and then you have this section here with 3 goals, a hydrate section, and notes. The daily insert is really why I want to start using this planner as my on-the-go planner. I just think this will be so useful for me at work, and I really can get intricate with my to-dos, having this layout on a daily basis. So I'm super excited to start playing with those. And then the next insert I have here is the monthly view. This is for 2018. I'm hoping some shops will come out with a lot of fun kits to decorate these with. I also think it would be a lot of fun just to kind of put your own spreads together without any kits, but this is what the monthly view looks like. You kind of get a bottom bar down here as well, just for additional notes. You could also probably get away with putting some washi down here, like that come with kits that maybe you don't use, like the weekly kits for the Erin Condren. But you can probably get really creative with the sidebar and everything, but really, really pretty. I think these are so beautiful. I think she also offers like different versions of the monthly views. I think you can get the sides opened and just have the lines that separate the days, or you can get them enclosed like I have here, but Jasenia offers a lot of different options that you can choose from in her shop. And finally, the last insert that I purchased was this little lists page. She offers different versions of these as well. I believe she has the little list up here at the top with a bow in between. But again, she does offer a lot of options. And then this is just obviously a list insert. This is the first one that I printed and cut, and it was a disaster. But by the third insert, I pretty much had gotten it down and got the hang of it. I just figured I could use these specifically literally to list anything. I keep running lists for things I need at Target, the grocery store, or if I'm super stressed and I'm thinking about everything I have to do for work or at home, I feel like that I'll forget. I like to have a running list of things that I need to get done. So this is always useful, and yet another reason why I am going to have my Traveler's Notebook be my on-the-go sort of a planner. So this is the final insert. I'm just going to pop this in the dashboard, and then I am going to, I think, just go ahead and put these in the planner. Alright, so here's the planner with all of its inserts inserted into the notebook. I can't wait to start setting this up. I am going to be posting a setup video probably very shortly after this one gets posted. So I am just going to flip my band around the notebook, and then I do have one charm that I want to include. I did get this from the GP Sticker Studio monthly subscription box. I got my first one shortly after my Traveler's Notebook arrived. This is the September GP Studio charm that came with the box, and I think it's just gorgeous, something very different, and something that you don't see all the time. That is pretty much all I have to discuss as far as my Traveler's Notebook goes. I hope you found this helpful if you are just kind of finding yourself getting into the Traveler's Notebook world. I know that unboxing videos definitely helped me when deciding on the different options that I had. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you guys are looking forward to videos using this planner in the near future. If you have any questions or, if I missed something, definitely leave comments down below. I'd be happy to try and answer your questions for you. But I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, everyone.